Today I'm going to try doing some paintless dent repair on my 2007 Cadillac STSV. Let's see what happens.
Okay, here's what we're trying to fix. This little dent right here. Yeah, I don't expect it to go away, but just want to do what I can with it. It's not too major, just a touch. Now, I've never really done this before on at least the proper sheet metal. Yeah, I tried it once on my 83 GMC Jimmy, but metal's way too thick on older vehicles for this stuff to do anything. Let's say newer cars, probably mid-90s and up, the metal's thin enough, and that's really what this stuff's meant to work on. So I've got my complement O supplies, 99% isopropyl alcohol. That's supposed to help get the glue off, at least from what I understand. I am no expert. I am just giving this a shot from some videos I've seen myself. And then my high temperature heat gun for the automotive grade hot glue melt sticks, and I got one that came with the gun, and I also bought some aftermarket ones that are supposed to be super sticky. So let's give this a whirl. Here's what we're trying to fix. This little dent right here. Yeah, I don't expect it to go away, but just want to do what I can with it. Now, I've never really done this before on at least the proper sheet metal. Yeah, I tried it once on my 83 GMC Jimmy, but metal's way too thick on older vehicles for this stuff to do anything. Let's say newer cars, probably mid-90s and up, the metal's thin enough, and that's really what this stuff's meant to work on. So I've got my complement O supplies, 99% isopropyl alcohol. That's supposed to help get the glue off, at least from what I understand. I am no expert. I'm just giving this a shot from some videos I've seen myself. And then my high temperature heat gun for the automotive grade hot glue melt sticks, and I got one that came with the gun, and I also bought some aftermarket ones that are supposed to be super sticky. All right, well, to get started, we're going to go ahead and get some glue on one of the tabs here. You want your glue nice and hot and ready to go. And of course, when you do this, want to make sure your surface on the car is clean so the glue sticks to it. I'm going to go ahead and give this beast a shot. See what happens. Wow, that's really stuck on there. Adjust that out a bit. Okay, put the legs out for the area I want to work in. And well, I need to go a little closer. It's moving the panel a little too much for my taste. So let's go like that. Oops, all right. Pulled a little too hard and off it came. So let's see how this goes. It's supposed to take it off, but well, look at that. Nice. Okay, no change. All right, let's try this again. Okay, goop on. Right there. So I don't know. Don't know how long this needs to sit there and cool. I guess probably until it's not tacky. Isn't that fun? Getting there. All right, let's try this mess again. So I think the general goal is to go little by little, just to kind of pull on it and work at it. And that is what we'll try here. Although it really doesn't seem like that's doing much at all. So up to there, it's flexing the main door. Now we're pulling on the metal a little, and I see right away it's pulling away. Yep. All right, well, let's stop using this shitty glue that came with the kit. Use the real stuff. I don't think I've done anything so far. I don't know, maybe a little bit. Maybe a little bit. So I don't know how I'm going to get this stuff out without wasting it. Cool, it's coming back. No, not much left in there. Okay, this is the Tabwell product. Okay. Oops. Almost forgot our angle. A little bit of a turn there. Yep. And we'll wait. I'm going to let that cool for a second. We'll get right back at it. All right, let's go ahead and tug on this thing again. Okay, panel moving, touching the pads, and we just pull a little harder, just to kind of massage it out. With that alcohol really helps it let go. I think it's actually coming out a little bit. So I'm having a hard time seeing the dent. So I might actually be making progress. Which is fantastic. Load it up again. Now, I'm sure I'm doing stuff wrong. I'm sure people will tell me in the comments, and that's okay. It's all about learning and figuring it out. There we go. And then we'll let that cool again. Okay, let's hit it again. All right. Well, I think it's coming out. A few more hits like that, and I think it'll be good enough. All right, let's go right here. Tried to keep the glue more in the middle this time instead of the whole thing, and see if it pulls any different. I think I'm actually going to try to pull from the side too. See what we get. Well, you can't see it there. Here we go. Doesn't that look like fun? Okay, you see the glue's coming off there, and that's okay. I don't know. It's not looking so exciting at this point. Still got a pretty good dent in there. You can kind of see it in the reflection right here. I'm going to make it a different tab to stick on there. These were the metal ones that actually came with the kit. The plastic ones were some extra ones that I bought with some other stuff. Let that cure for a second. Okay, here we go. Well, that was a joke. I tell you. See, the guys make it look so easy. Let's go again. I'm going to go ahead and hit the puller this time. Let's see what we get. Hang on, let that cool down. Okay, well, let's try the old slide hammer and see what we get. Well, that was extremely uneventful as well. Okay, get the glue off. Let me get the glue off of here. It's stacking up on my tab. Yeah. Well, I guess that one, if I really wanted to and I had the right tools, which I don't have, I might be able to actually reach into that spot with the tools that they use to push behind the dent, pull out the door panel and all that. But that's really more work than I want to get into. So I was really just trying to see what I can do with it from the outside without making a big project out of it. Okay, sticking and cooling. All right, pull, pull, pull. Yeah, we'll give one more shot. I just don't think we're getting anywhere. Now my tab went away. Back here. Maybe less is more. Do a thinner layer. Okay. Not quite. It's always a bit of a shock when it lets go. Yeah, I'm looking at this thing. I am trying to figure out if I did any good. It kind of seems like a little maybe, but not a whole hell of a lot. I want to pull, I'm going to do one strip here. That's probably not going to work well. And we're going to pull over here, pressing hard so it'll have a nice thin layer. Hopefully it doesn't flex much. Again, don't know if that makes a difference or not. Probably just going to pull the tool right off. Come on, you. Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm going to do a little one right in the middle. We're just going to go right down here. All right, let that cool for a second. All right, back at it. Let's just keep the area really tight here. Wow, that was completely worthless. No pull at all. Sticking to the car pretty good. So I guess it really needs to glue over the whole pad. I'm going to back away from the dent just a little bit. If you pull back around it, then I might have to hammer some of it down a little bit. All right, hang on. Okay. Pull, pull, pull. Spread the feet out a little bit. Let's do this. Let's do some little taps here. Okay, well, that pulled pretty strong. I think I actually got a little bit of a pull on that one. There's a slight high spot right here now. At least it did something. Jeez. Yeah, that is something for sure. Interesting. Well, let me pull. I'm going to do one more down here. Go a little lower. And I guess that's the thing with dents. Sometimes you have to pull in different places where you're not really expecting to, or it's counterintuitive. But let's see what we get. All right, that's had a minute to cool down. And I think I got pretty good results with the little tapping as well. So let's continue on that path. So at this point, I don't know, maybe it's even better just to, now that I've got a good stick on the car, just re-stick the tab here. Cooling. You see that pad just doesn't really stick all that great. Coming off. Pop. At least it comes off the car pretty easy. Do a pull right here. See a low spot right up here. Pull to the back of it. And then I think we'll hammer down and see what happens. So let's get the tab on here. And it'd probably be better if I had the actual PDR light. It has like multiple lines on it, so it makes it a lot easier to see all the contours of the body and the reflection. All right, let that cool. All right. Well, that one actually stuck pretty good. Well, looking at this thing, I have pulled it out a little bit. I think I have a little bit of a hump right here. Just hard to see if that's in line with everything else, or if that's a little high now. And I'm thinking it's a little high. So we'll go ahead and just tap that down. Let's see what happens. Pretty wild. It doesn't take much to move it. Still got a little. I think I got a little result. I don't know if I got everything I wanted, but I think it's an improvement. Let's see if I can help you get some eyes on it. Well, I think I actually had a bit of a result here. There's much less of a warble right there. I think I'm happy with that. That's really my goal, was just to really, help it fade away a bit. Pretty hard to see now. I think I'm going to call that good enough.
Okay, that's going to do it for today. I think we had some success. It's definitely better than it was. If you have any ideas what I could have done better, please let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, please hit like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. I'll catch you next time.